What if everything you've been told about constipation was only half the story? Most people have tried the same advice for years. Drink more water, eat more fiber, take a laxative. And yet, every single morning, the same uncomfortable pressure is still there. Today, I'm going to show you why that advice alone was never enough. And 5 specific things you can start tomorrow morning that actually fix the real problem. You probably already have most of them in your kitchen right now. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, your mornings are going to look very different. Top 5 things to eat every morning that rebuild your gut and restore bowel movement fast. Most people dealing with constipation have been told the same thing for years. Drink more water, eat more fiber, and if that doesn't work, try a laxative. But here's what almost no one tells you. Fiber, without the right conditions, doesn't move anything. It compresses. And that quiet, uncomfortable pressure you feel every single morning, that's not a sign you need more of the same advice. That's a sign the advice was missing something important. In this video, you're going to learn 5 specific things, foods, drinks, and one simple habit that work together to fix what's actually been missing. You probably already have most of them at home. And by the end, you'll understand exactly why what you've been doing may not have been working, and what to do differently starting tomorrow morning. Number 1, warm water. First thing in the morning. Not room temperature. Not cold. Warm. Your stomach has a built-in signal it sends to your intestines every morning. When it senses something warm coming in after a full night of rest, it tells your intestines to start moving. That signal creates the natural urge to go, and it works best in the first 20 minutes after you wake up, before you eat anything, before you check your phone. Most people skip the warm water and go straight to coffee. Coffee does stimulate movement, but it also dehydrates. And dehydration is one of the main things that makes stool hard and difficult to pass. Warm water gives you the signal without the dehydration. Try 2 glasses of warm water within the first 15 minutes of waking. Then wait. Move gently. Give your body 5 to 10 minutes to respond. Many people who do this consistently say their entire morning routine shifted within the first week. If plain warm water feels like too little, a small squeeze of lemon may help wake your stomach up a little faster. Number 2, and this one surprises most people, prunes. Not prune juice. Whole prunes. When stool sits in the colon too long, water gets pulled out of it. What's left is dry, compact, and hard to move, regardless of how much fiber you've added. The problem at that point isn't a lack of bulk. It's a lack of moisture inside the stool itself. Prunes contain a natural compound that pulls water back into your colon and holds it inside the stool. They don't just add bulk. They rehydrate the content that's already there. Research has directly compared prunes to fiber supplements for chronic constipation. Prunes consistently performed better because of this water-pulling effect, combined with natural compounds that trigger the intestinal muscles to contract. 3 to 4 prunes in the morning, eaten with your warm water, is a practical starting point. If you haven't had them in a while, start with 2 and increase gradually. Have you tried prunes for digestion before? Let us know in the comments. Number 3, a simple warm drink with one ingredient most people overlook. Fennel tea, with a small amount of healthy fat, either a half teaspoon of ghee or a teaspoon of extra virgin olive oil, stirred in after steeping. Your intestines are roughly 20 feet long. The inner surface needs to be moist and slightly slippery for stool to move through without friction. When that surface is dry, which happens with age and with low fat intake, even soft stool can drag. Fiber doesn't fix this. Water doesn't fix this. This is a lubrication problem, and it requires fat to solve it. A small amount of healthy fat in the morning tells your intestinal muscles to contract and makes the walls inside your intestines slippery so nothing drags or gets stuck. Olive oil in particular has been studied in older adults for this purpose, and the results are consistent. Fennel complements this by relaxing the muscles lining your intestines, reducing the spasming that often makes constipation painful. To prepare this, steep 1 teaspoon of fennel seeds in 8 ounces of hot water for 5 minutes. Remove the seeds. Stir in your fat of choice, while the tea is still warm. Sip slowly. Morning or early evening, either works. Number 4, fiber. But fiber used correctly. Most people who've struggled with constipation have already added fiber. And for many of them, it helped a little. Or it made things worse. That doesn't mean fiber doesn't work. It means fiber was working without the other conditions being in place. Fiber adds bulk that presses against the nerve signals in your intestinal wall. When those signals activate, they trigger the wave-like muscle contractions that push content forward. But bulk without moisture becomes a dense mass, harder to move, not easier. And bulk without surface lubrication meets resistance at every turn. Fiber is the trigger. It needs warm water, internal moisture from prunes, and surface lubrication from healthy fat to do its job. This is why the combination matters. The best sources for this purpose: oats, cooked and cooled, which hold onto water better than most foods; cooked legumes, which are gentler on an aging gut than raw bran; and cooked vegetables, particularly carrots, zucchini, and green beans. If you want to add a fiber supplement, look for psyllium husk with no added sugar. Take it with a full glass of warm water, and only when your food-based fiber intake is lower than usual. One fruit worth adding in the afternoon or evening. Figs, 2 to 3 fresh or dried figs, contain both types of fiber, plus natural compounds that help get things moving on their own. If using dried figs, soak them in water for a few hours first. Eat both the figs and the soaking water. Number 5, and this is the one most people skip: a 15-minute walk after dinner, and eating that dinner before 7 in the evening. Your gut has its own internal clock. It governs when your intestines are most active and when they naturally slow down. When you eat late, you're asking your digestive system to work during the hours it's built to rest. Food moves through more slowly. Stool sits longer, loses more water, and becomes harder to pass by morning. Eating your last meal before 7 keeps digestion active, while your body's clock still supports it. The walk adds a direct physical benefit. Movement activates your gut's own nervous system and gets the muscles in your intestines contracting again. Even slow walking, 15 minutes at a comfortable pace, is enough. Studies in older adults have shown that regular post-meal walking reduces the time it takes for food to pass through your system more reliably than increasing fiber intake alone. You don't need to walk fast. Around the block, around the house, down a hallway. The movement is what counts. Let's bring this together. Warm water activates your stomach's natural signal to get things moving. Prunes rehydrate the stool from the inside. Fennel tea with healthy fat makes the path slippery. Fiber, used correctly, gives your intestinal walls the trigger they need to contract. And a short evening walk with an early dinner keeps everything working with your body's natural clock. None of these are complicated. None require anything you can't find at a regular grocery store. Small, consistent changes, done in the right combination, make a difference that no single remedy can deliver on its own. You already have everything you need. The only thing left is to start. Stay connected to this channel. We regularly share videos on digestion, gut health, and simple daily habits that help your body work the way it's supposed to naturally. Here's what I want you to remember. Your gut is not broken. It has just been missing the right conditions, in the right combination, at the right time. Warm water, prunes, fennel tea with healthy fat, fiber used correctly, and a short evening walk. 5 things. None of them complicated. None of them expensive. But together, they work with your body's own natural design, not against it. Start with just one tomorrow morning. Then add another the following week. Small and consistent always wins over sudden and aggressive. If this video helped you, please share it with someone who needs it. And leave a comment below telling me, which of these 5 are you going to try first? I read every single comment, and your experience might be exactly what someone else here needs to hear. Subscribe to this channel, because every week we share simple, practical health information that works with your body, not around it. Take care of your gut. It takes care of everything else. See you in the next one. What if everything you've been told about constipation was only half a story? Most people have tried the same advice for years. Drink more water. Eat more fiber. take a laxative. And yet, every single morning, the same uncomfortable pressure is still there.